Hey, welcome, ladies. What is today? Monday the 30th. Seriously, where did July go? No idea. It's so today we just wanted to go over just kind of like a self-evaluation call of how was your month, what worked for you, what didn't work, what do you feel like you need to improve upon, and then setting some goals for August based on that. So we can just dive right into it, just right off the bat. Just give yourself a scale of 1 to 10. How was your July? What do you feel like worked for you? Where can you improve? And then some goals for August. So I guess we can just jump right in because that's really we've been kind of notes to the grindstone all month. So who wants to go first? Just kind of share where you're at. Hopefully everybody's had a good month so far, but if not, there's always room for improvement. So Megan, why don't you go? Megan Bryant. Start us off.
I was trying to find a pen. So this month was good. Let's do a scale of 10. So like a 8. And I say 8 because there was a gap on my tracking that could have improved. And then
is she laughing or no?
Okay, he's got her away now. I hate that. And then so I guess I could have always done more invites. But as far as the goals we had set with Success Club, technically I did beat my best across the board because I'm running multiple accounts. But technically, as of right now, I am tied for my best under my account. So I just need one more to have beaten that, which I haven't really focused on that campaign this month. Because, you do what you got to do, and we were trying to lock in 3-star. So, to me, that was a bigger deal than the medal. So, I also had the monthly goal of hitting team leader. That's not going to happen again this month. And that's okay. It's okay. Basically, I've got to crank up the volume on my left side, which should be able to happen now that I have a second CPC. So, yeah. What else am I supposed to say?
Goals for August?
Yeah, goals. That's what it was. Thank you. Goals for August. Team leader. Since I didn't hit it this month. Team leader. And then recruiting. I want to focus on recruiting. Heavy focus. We're always supposed to, but heavy focus on recruiting. And attracting my people. I'm listening to She Owns the Place. Is that right? Yeah. I'm listening to that, and I really, really like it. This pen doesn't work. I really like it, and I'm hoping that that's going to help me just absorb all that confidence that she puts out and hopefully let that channel into my posts and things. I feel like that may be my missing piece. I don't know. For as far as my self-evaluation, I'm doing a team call for my team tomorrow night on profile eval. So I'm just going to talk about just evaluating the ways you've been posting and is there a missing piece somewhere, type thing, because that's what I've been doing to myself the past week. And I feel like it's beneficial. And so, yeah, that's where I'm at right now. And then for Success Club for August, 20, and then 10 for Lewis. So that's 30. But in reality, I'll probably have to plug some under the other controlled accounts too. But yeah, that's where I'm at.
Cool. Okay, who wants to go next? Naomi, what about you?
I was just going to say I could go next. On a scale of 1 to 10, yeah, I feel like my effort could have been more. Probably like a 6. I don't think I've ever like stopped thinking about the business or like trying in other ways, but as far as inviting goes, I definitely kind of fell off the train with that a little bit. So I'm just trying to get back up there. And even, yeah, like even today, I think Mondays, like, because I really don't do, over on the weekends, I feel like I don't do much, which I don't know, I feel like I just need a little bit of break. But Monday, I was like, all right, I invited 5 people, which for me, I think is good right now. While I'm just still building. Because I haven't figured out, like doing it on my phone, I feel like it's so much easier on the computer, but I don't have the Instagram on my computer. I can't get that, whatever it is, to get Instagram messages. So I'm just doing it on my phone, and I feel like it takes longer to like personalize it a little bit. But I was glad that I hit Success Club 5, but I was really my goal was Success Club 10, and I didn't make it. So I'm still working on that for tomorrow, but I'm kind of just like, yeah, I think that's where I'm realizing I could have invited more, but yeah. What was, for August? Yeah, I want to hit Success Club 10. So I want to help 5 people. That's my goal. And I'd like to help at least 2 coaches, but more like 3. Or assign 3 coaches. I don't know. Yeah, those are my goals for August.
Awesome. That is so doable. Okay, who wants to go next? Melissa?
Hey, I thought July, for me, I'll be honest, it was my best month. It's the first time I've hit Success Club, honestly.
Yay.
And I signed up a discount coach and 2 challengers. And actually one of my challengers may consider doing the coaching thing just a little bit later. She wanted to get into the routine and stuff first. My goal was 10, but I got 6. So, but I have a few people that I've messaged in the last 5 days. I woke up to a few messages asking about the programs, and of course the one I'm currently doing looked for. So that was exciting. So I sent them some information, and I'm going to follow up with them probably tomorrow. Let's see, I'm actually finishing up. It takes me a little while to read because I don't really set aside time to do my reading. But on my run and my walks, I've had the opportunity to listen to or finish up the 5-second rule. I think my favorite part is the end. I feel like it hits what I need for myself. But I'm also finishing up I Am That Girl. So that one's been really good. And actually my post for yesterday was kind of based on what I was reading, where it was talking about integrity and keeping your word and being consistent and having the evidence to show that things work. And So yesterday I actually posted a picture, which I probably wouldn't have done 6 months ago. I know for the 80-day, I waited way to the end. So yesterday I did a picture and was kind of unsure. Renee was like, you need to share that. So I did. And once I clicked send or submit or whatever, I was like, holy crap, I just did that. So I think after reading the chapters in I Am That Girls about putting away your fear, so to me, that was a big accomplishment for me, as well as getting Success Club for the first time, which means in August, I'd like to still stick to my SC10 and hopefully pick up a different book maybe mid-August, because I actually go back to work this Wednesday. From 7:30 to 5:30, so I'll be making some adjustments. So anyway, so July was probably like an 8-9 for me. So that's where I'm at.
Sounds good. Natasha?
Well, let's see if I remember all the points you wanted us to discuss. I'm trying to help my husband shut down the house for the evening here, but for July, I would say probably like a 6. I wanted to hit Success Club again, but it has not quite worked out the way I wanted it to. I did sign one coach, so that was great, but I definitely feel like I need help in the area of reaching out, the messages, invites, stuff like that. I struggle with that a lot. So I think that's definitely where I'm lacking and where I like to focus in August for sure. I think it's about 4 people now that have messaged me and are interested in the Lift 4 program. However, like the one lady that I spoke with today, she's interested in it, but she's got, she wants to go back to school, and so she doesn't know if she'll have time. She doesn't want to coach. She doesn't want shakes. So I already feel like she's trying to back out. But she did come up to me at the mall at a recent event and say she was interested. So I'm hopeful. What were the other points?
Your goals for August as well.
Oh, I'd love to get Success Club. Really, truly.
Perfect.
You got it, Natasha. You can do it.
I'm glad you have so much faith in me, Megan.
I know you can do it. I know you can.
Megan, how about you?
Hi. Well, this month was a little crazy because I was in Florida for 10 days, so I really haven't been home.
Mm-hmm.
I had people that I was talking to about getting them started for Lift 4, like before I left, and a couple of them I messaged while I was gone, and I have one person interested, but like I just keep finding people that aren't ready to commit. So I don't know how to I don't want to seem like I'm bugging them, but like I'll like eventually like kind of let it sit and I'll follow up with them again, but I also don't want to be like annoying about it. But it's just like they just don't want to commit. And it's like, come on, just commit already. But I really haven't done much. I hopped on tonight because I feel like I've been out of touch, so I need to get back in touch.
Well, I'm very happy to see your face in here. So what are your August goals?
Well, I have to actually like I started Lift 4, but when I went on vacation, I tried, but it just didn't happen. So I'm going to restart that on Monday and actually finish it from the beginning to the end. And I'm going to keep following up with people, and I'm going to work on being consistent and listening to more audio because I haven't been doing that either. So it's been a big, I'll give myself a 0 for July. At least I can be honest with myself, right?
Well, August will be the best month yet then, okay?
All right. And I'm coming up on 100 days of the wedding, so I'm like starting to freak out about that a little bit. Just a little.
A couple months, but I have the utmost faith in you. Kate,
hopefully this will keep me sane.
Oh,
Maybe.
yes. Just stay plugged in, because seriously, like whenever I feel like life is crazy and it's just like I feel myself unplugging, I feel worse when I'm unplugged, because I know how, and maybe you guys can relate, like when you're unplugged, it's just like, oh my gosh, it's like you're, getting behind on everything. All it takes is just like popping into a message thread to just like get that connection back. And it honestly just makes me feel like I'm still a smidge on track, even when my life feels like it's in shambles. But anyways, yeah, even with the wedding coming up, like you be consistent, because it'll keep you sane for real.
Yeah.
Kate, what about you?
I don't know. This month was not good for me. I kind of like did more like what we talked about in the beginning of the month, but then I completely got away from like actually inviting. So I've feel like I'm making connections with people, but now it's all like, I don't know. I'm working with this one girl, but she's really slow to communicate, and I don't know, she likes and watches everything still, but she just doesn't always answer me right away. And I have somebody interested in Shakeology, but he won't commit either. I've been talking to him for literally 2 months, and I don't know. I'm frustrated.
I have like energy,
like nothing to show, and I'm like really stressed out because I have an apartment I'm trying to rent, and on top of like my regular nursing job, it's just been impossible.
Just invest your energy in the people that like don't try to drag people, because if they're ready, they're ready. If they're not, then they'll come to you when they're ready. But just focus your attention on fresh people and fresh vibes. And if you try to like pull the people that say they're going to commit but they don't, it's going to just wear you down so much. Megan and I have done that like a zillion times. So one day at a time, just keep yourself focused on what you can do when you can do it, and you got this.
Is there somewhere where we can find, because the invites is just like Natasha, I feel like that's something that I'm not fully comfortable with, but how to go about the invites. I mean, you have the people who are liking your post and, great job, that kind of stuff. But sometimes I run out of what to say to them.
You're talking about?
Yeah, I thought there was something, I don't know if it was in the beginning when I started my coaching, but I feel like I kind of say the same thing over and over. So I just didn't know if there were a few other scripts or other ideas in the approach, because that still seems to be my weakness, just like Natasha was saying about for her too. So it's kind of like, do I reach out, and I know you say to wait like a couple of days too to follow up, and then I feel like I'm bothering them too, but they're like, I really want to do this. And then, but definitely more of the invite is what I know I need to work on too. And maybe that will help some of the others for like the Success Club and stuff. So I didn't know if we could revisit that again.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not like a super scripted. There are scripts for sure, especially in the inspiration page or the Google Drive. I don't know, maybe I think Megan's might be a little different, but I'm not really like a script person just because just talk to like how you would talk to your friend and just say, hey, I'm like, thanks for following. Did you want to do this with me? But I mean, my invites change all the time, but like when I'm in an invite mode, I'll kind of use that same invite on that particular day. Then tomorrow when I invite, I might change it up a little bit. Megan, what do you think? What are your thoughts on it?
I was going to say the same thing, that there are bazillion different invite scripts in the Team Inspiration Google Drive, and some of them are also in the Team Fly Drive. And then there was also that massive, if you're focusing on List 4, there was that massive List 4 document. All right, so that has that. And then you can always tweak it. Let's just say somebody liked your transformation. You know, just be like, hey girl, thank you so much for the post, love. It's not always easy sharing my journey, but if it helps one person, it's totally worth it. Have you ever thought about giving this program a try? Or have you ever thought about working out from home? You know, like you can tweak it based on who you're talking to. And if you know, if there's somebody that you talk to every day, you can make it even more personal than that. But that's just a generic thing that I send out. And I try not to say, hey, girl, just because that whole hey, girl message stereotype thing that network marketing has gotten. So I try to say their name. Even if it's a copy and paste invite that I've been copying and pasting, I still go in and type in the name. And then at the end, I try to end it with a no pressure comment or something like, no pressure if it's not your thing, or no pressure if you're not interested right now. I just wanted to reach back out, and regardless, thank you so much for following along, or thank you for the post love, or whatever. You know what I mean? That way, it's super casual and no pressure at all. And a lot of times when I send those out, I do get ignored. Okay? So get ready for that, especially when you post a transformation, because those tend to get the most likes. So that's the most messages that you'll be sending out for a post. But you're still planting a seed.
Okay.
So,
How long, I guess my question to that is, you said you're going to get people who are not going to respond at all. How long is a good time to wait before you reach back out to that person? If, say, 2 months ago they said they were interested and then it just goes dead and you send an invite, what is a good time to go back and reach out to that person again?
if they have said they were interested, I don't stop bugging them. Like, because they came to me first, they obviously had a need, and I mean, I'm not going to send them something every day. No, that's ridiculous. But if they sent me something initially, they're on my list, and they're going to get a follow-up every time I'm doing a group. They're going to hear something from me every time. And then, like, for example, with the launch, I would have said, oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this brand new program. I want you to come do this with me. You know, something like that. When there's a launch, there's nobody that shouldn't hear from me. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm like just so pumped that this program is coming. So there isn't anybody that shouldn't hear from me. But if they have initially shown interest, you gave them the info, they gave you the silent treatment, wait like 2 or 3 days. Hey girl, are you still interested in doing this with me? They give you the silent treatment again. Okay, last call for my group. And they give you silent treatment again. I'll wait until the next group.
Okay.
So I'm not going to do it every single day, because then that's just ridiculous. Yeah. That's like borderline insane. But when the next group rolls around, hey girl, you missed out on last month. I just wanted to, and I just said, hey girl. Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to see if you'd given this any more thought. I mean, you can change your wording. Don't say, like, I always scroll up and see how I said something, because I try to not ever say it the same way again, just because it seems so scripted. Because, I mean, I had a boat ton of people that I talked to about 80-Day Obsession who didn't do it. So I made sure whatever I said about the launch of Lift 4 or whatever, that it wasn't the same thing, because I tend to say things the same apparently. I don't know. And so I just make sure it's not the same basic thing. But yeah, I mean, that's how I would do it. I would keep reaching out. If it's been 2 months, you've warranted the right to send them another invite.
I think you also have to keep the perspective of like, if somebody reached out or was interested in the past, you are like, by not following up, you're almost making that decision for them by not giving them the opportunity to join again, to, you know, because life happens, like all of us, like this is our job, but for other people, they're just like out of sight, out of mind, back to my mindset of I don't have time for myself. But if somebody pops in my message during a crazy time and they're like, hey girl, right? Hey girl. They're like you were interested in this. We're starting a new round this day. And like, to be the right time that I'm just like, oh my gosh, you know what? I need to do something. Tell me, like, help me do this. But by not, you know what I mean? Like, get into that mindset of come back to your mission. Why are you doing this? What is your purpose for reaching out to these people? Because what we have changes lives, like bottom line. But if you're in the mindset of like your perception, your fear of being perceived of salesy, Naomi and I were talking about this the other day. Like when you come at the conversation with like, I'm so afraid of being seen as salesy, that's the energy that you're going to bring. But if you come at it with like, dude, I know that this, like if you commit to this, then your life like will be so different. So bring that excitement, bring that energy and that confidence to a follow-up and say, dude, are you ready? Like, let's do this. Instead of, hey, do you think you want to join in now? Like, it's not about you. It's about the person that you're trying to help, because at one point they wanted to do this. Sometimes it might take like a zillion follow-ups. Naomi, Kate, Megan, like how many times did I have to follow up with you guys? Like a lot. But you know, when you have that confidence, it's like it totally changes how you show up to invites, follow-ups, everything. Even the posts, you know. If that helps. Sorry, that was a rant.
Yes.
What do you do? What do you do for those that were interested and you send them everything, and then they come back with, well, my husband doesn't think I'm going to do it, or it's just going to be a waste of money. And, you know, I normally just follow up with, you know, this is, you know, something perfect for you, blah, blah, blah. I try to make more about them. But then I try not to overstep either, because if that, you know, I feel like that's between the two of them. I mean, what do you normally do in those kind of conversations?
Naomi, how did your conversation go about that?
Yeah, so good question. I have to pull up the text again because it's a blur. I just had a girl today that was saying that exact thing that you were saying. Like, she was talking to her husband and she had quit these programs before in the past, so he's a little bit like skeptical of her spending the money to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I just said, yeah, she was wondering if she could just do like, I don't even know what she was talking about, but her own workouts. What was that, Alyssa? Like, okay, maybe it's just the workouts she already has from Beachbody, like on DVD or something. I don't know. And then she was like, I would still do Shakeology, but like just not buy the Lift 4 pack, like the Lift 4 piece of it. So I just broke it down for her. Like, I asked Alyssa what she would say, because I was like, I don't know what to say to that. Like, but she hasn't actually gotten back to me. I wrote her all of this. And I'm getting used to literally getting like no responses. Like, I mean, that's what you deal with most of the time, right? It's just like so many people just don't. It's like constant following up, constant. But I just said like, basically it's a better value if you get them all together. I don't think she realized what the current price of Shakeology was, because I must not have broken that down for her very clearly. I had told her that altogether it would be $170, but I didn't say like just for the Shakeology alone it would be like $130. So I broke that down for her and like tried to show her the value in that. Just spending $40 more, you have the whole year's worth of, you know, Beachbody On Demand and stuff. But I just said, like, I said, if cost is an issue, there's always the coaching route too. Like, just find 3 friends a month to jump on with you, and you'll have your pack paid for. And I just went into like why coaching is awesome, especially for moms, like, because she's a mom, and how it, like, she clearly needs to take care of her body. She was telling me that, so I know she's interested. And once you know that, like, you know it's a need of theirs, it's like you just want that need to be met for them. So I was just saying, like, coaching is awesome because you're getting your own needs met, and then you're also helping other people get their needs met, and you can provide, like, you get that extra income. So, like, what's better than that, you know? That was because Alyssa told me to kind of like talk about coaching, so that's what I did. And I said also I would love to be your coach more than anything. The accountability piece is like what's gotten me there, like, to where I am. Because if I wasn't doing this, I probably would not be where I definitely wouldn't be where I am. So
Yeah. So my thing with, like, I totally agree with, like, I'm not gonna overstep a boundary either and be like, well, your husband, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's not, you guys figure that out. But I know that, I mean, Nick was supportive from day one, but if he had said, I don't know, like, that's kind of a lot of money, and the other $40 programs that you've bought, which I never told him about, I just bought, the Way of Grace stuff, remember? It was like $40. No skin off my back, you know, $40. Didn't really have much skin in the game. But then I never finished it because it was just $40. But if somebody is saying, like, my husband is skeptical because I've always fallen off on these things before, get them to see, like, you, like, this is a community, like, put some skin in the game. At $170, you better believe that your butt better show up and utilize the stuff that you're buying so that you don't waste your money. Like, and then get 3 friends to do it with you. You have that extra accountability of, you know, these friends doing it together. You guys can all do it, and then, you know, you get your pack paid for, you know. So it's just like helping them see that there are other options instead of just, you know, spending that 170 and then having to justify it, but saying, hey, I get it, but like this time I'm actually going to follow through because I have this supportive community and my friends are doing it with me. So that's, I don't know. I feel like coaching is always the best route to bring that up, because that's literally why I started coaching, is because I knew that if I was just a challenger, I would not, it was just to me like half in, half out, and I needed to be all in if I was going to do something different. So, and then getting your pack paid for with 3 friends. So if 3 of my friends were like, hey, let's do this, you know, I would have been like, maybe. But if we were all holding each other accountable, then I would say, okay, I'm in, let's do this. We're all going to stick together. You know, it's just that extra accountability is like the biggest thing. But then also telling her, like, you know, why does he believe that? Because you've proven that you keep falling off. So, like, make this the time that's going to be different, and then help her see how she can do that. It's such a personal thing too. It's hard, you know. There's no cookie cutter answer for that, but.
I thought for one of the couples, though, I kind of laughed because she was trying to get me to do some like monster race with her. And it wasn't cheap. It was like for me, my husband would have been like $100, I don't know, $50 or $60 for both of us to do it. And I was like, look, you could have gotten like a whole year beach body for that price, and you can do it from anywhere, not just a one-time race. And so I thought it was kind of funny, but I was like, yeah, I skipped the race, obviously, but I just thought it was kind of funny that her husband thought she would be throwing her money away. But I get it. Some people prefer races, and that's more challenging for them.
It's just where people's values are at this point.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
But then when they see you showing up, and we always talk about this, like, Megan, if you're, you know, Megan Grafenstetter, if you've been kind of off for like the last couple of weeks, like, just start that consistency by showing up and sharing your journey. Because if people are having a hard time committing, it's a lot of the times because they're not seeing you commit.
Mm-hmm.
So you like whatever you're getting from people is what you're putting out. And I think sometimes when we have a lot of these objections, we kind of have to take this check of like ourselves to say, what have I or have I not been talking about, and how can I change that? We have like a minute left. I'm gonna go through my goals super fast just for accountability. July, I'm gonna say was like an 8, just because life was crazy for me too. But I don't know. I feel like a 7.5. I feel like I don't deserve an 8, but definitely did not come close. Well, I came like over a quarter of a way to my July goal for Success Club, which is good. Sort of. And then August, we're going for 5-star, no idea how it's going to happen, and 4 PD books and Success Club 40. And helping like 18 of you guys to Diamond. Which I don't even have 18 coaches working for Diamond right now, but it's going to happen. We're going big in August, you guys.
Yeah, that was my goal for August, was to get Diamond by the end of August.
Okay, well, let's put it out there, girl. Make it happen. Out in the universe it goes. Okay, we've got like probably 40 seconds left. Megan, do you need to do a boomerang really quick? Can't hear you.
Okay, so everybody smile, look happy.
We don't get 3 takes.
Everybody looks like they're